This is a trailer that we had sitting on our property. We actually lived in this for about a year and a half while we were building our house. We bought it used, and it was not super clean when we bought it. Lived in it for about a year and a half. And now it's sit out here for about a year and a half. I'm going to scrap it, but I want this stove for melting HDPE plastic. Now, I watched a YouTube video on how to take this stove out. So, one YouTube video, I'm a pro. The YouTube video didn't show me the 2 screws at the bottom. Oh yeah, look at that. This is a pretty simple build. I had to buy a couple things, replacement hose regulator for a barbecue, and a universal fitting to connect this hose to the copper line coming out of the back of the oven. Now that copper line I pulled straight out of the RV. I didn't show that on video. Had to feed it through the walls, real careful as not kink the copper, but it came out pretty easy. If you don't have an RV or a travel trailer sitting around your property rotting away that has a free oven in it, sometimes you can find these on Craigslist and Marketplace. People buy older RVs, older travel trailers, and they'll remodel them, redo the insides, they'll gut them out. They'll take the old oven and put it out, and sometimes put it on Craigslist or Marketplace, sometimes they'll put it out in the curb just for free. The good thing about these, if you get one out of a travel trailer that's pretty well beat up, the oven hardly ever gets used. The majority of the time you're gonna cook on top of it, or you're gonna have a barbecue outside your RV where you're gonna barbecue up your hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken, steak, whatever you're making. The ovens hardly ever get used. They're usually just storage space in an RV. So I don't plan on cooking in this thing. This is just gonna be used for HDPE plastics so that I can get into melting down and making blanks out of HDPE plastics, recycling HDPE plastics. So I'm not gonna be cooking anything on top of it. I'm not worried about how dirty it is, how nasty it is. This keeps the smell of melting down HDPE plastics out of my house. And you can also use a barbecue. The benefit to having this over a barbecue is this is very well insulated, and you will use a lot less propane to get to 300 degrees to melt down HDPE plastics versus using your barbecue. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, go make something.